might see me on the stage cutting. Actually, I can cut somebody in half right now if you would like. Actually,
I would gladly accept it. I'm
Jonathan
sorry.
performed for our stage show last night, and yesterday afternoon he performed a magic trick and actually went over very well. He's very impressive. He had a most beautiful assistant on stage, me.
And Drew, next one is for you. When are we going to see you dance again? Because Dancing with the Stars was amazing.
Well, I will let you know that these hips are illegal in 150 countries, but no, I really enjoyed that. My wife and I have been doing a couple of lessons here and there, but I actually quite like it. We said to Discovery, every city that we're in, we need somebody local to teach us some traditional dancing from each country. Yeah, so if you're volunteering, then great.
Hello, good morning. My name is Adalgisa. It's kind of hard to pronounce, I know, but I'm very glad being here. 5 months ago, I've been recording many promos of you guys. I'm the voiceover of the channel, so it's very good being here. But I would like to know, actually, tomorrow we're going to start a brand new season, the 8th season, and it'll be tomorrow night. And my question is, how do you feel about that after this hot, warm welcome from Brazilian fans? And more than this, how are you going to celebrate it with us?
Well, I think first off, nobody gives a warm welcome like Brazil. I mean, even on our social media, there's more posting. Sao Paulo has been our largest audience, even bigger than New York City, Los Angeles. It's been a big growing audience. And then to be here live, to see all the people, the building was shaking. There was so much energy in here, so we love that. It's exciting. I mean, we embrace we air all over the world, but we embrace our fans everywhere. And we've been wanting for years. We've been saying to Discovery, we want to come here, and finally it happened. So it's been very exciting because our plane landed. There were fans at the airport waiting. We go to the hotel. There were fans at the hotel lobby waiting. This morning I woke up and I looked in my bathroom and I was like, no fans in the bathroom. No fan waiting? Yeah, no, we have a lot of fans here, which is great. That's why I'm glad we were able to come here. But season 8, I mean, we've been filming our shows now for 10 years, and we've been airing here in Brazil since 2013. So it's amazing to have such a strong growing fan base, and Discovery Home and Health has been phenomenal. So I look forward to future episodes. We have our shows like Brother vs. Brother as a spin-off, Buying and Selling. We have a pretty exciting, we can't announce much now, but coming, you'll see next year, there's a big show we're doing with big celebrities, which is going to be fun for makeovers, so stay tuned. Maybe we do a season that's just for Sao Paulo press. Yeah. We renovate all your houses. Anybody have a house that they need renovated?
Just to take advantage of this comment, yesterday you talked to us on the show that why not, recording a new season here in Brazil. Is it true? Is it in fact you were thinking about it? How?
Yeah, we would love to film in Brazil. The way we work is we film up to 30 episodes simultaneously. So the biggest challenge we have is finding enough construction crews to do that many houses at one time and to get all the materials and everything. So it's a big conversation that we usually work 2 years in advance to accomplish. It would be amazing though, to shoot an entire season here. I mean, we have very high standards with the quality of the work that we do. I may have driven around a little bit to some of the communities yesterday and the day before, and I did see a few houses that look like things were not done to code. But there are a lot of amazing houses in amazing areas, so it'd be fun for us to tackle a project like that here.
Okay, just one more question. Many famous people, personalities, celebrities, they come to Brazil and after the first visit, they buy a house for vacation time. Do you have you thought about it?
I would need more downtime. We have been working, so I know that the first day we were here, we had some time off to go around, and it rained all day. So we didn't get a chance to do it. So we have to come back now where we're off for a couple of weeks and just enjoy. And this is our first time to Brazil, so it would be fun to hit a few different cities and see some different parts of Brazil. So, by the way, you're the voice of Discovery Home and Health, right? It's funny, we've gone on social media or on YouTube, and we hear our voice dubbed into all these different languages. And so some people have done a compilation to show us. Let me tell you, we sound much sexier in Portuguese than we do in real life. Real life is like, thank you very much. In Portuguese, it's obrigado. Deep and sexy.
Hi guys, Luciano here. My question for you is, the pilot of the show almost didn't get picked up. And now you have this whole empire, so many spin-offs, you've been on Dancing with the Stars, the wedding has been televised. When did it click for you that you had a hit in your hands? When did it turn?
Yeah, and that's a great question. Actually, a lot of people don't know that way back in the beginning, the network had passed on the show idea, and then the network in Canada had passed on the idea, and it was another network in Canada that picked it up, and then eventually it came back around, and Discovery Home and Health grabbed it too. You know, we still pinch ourselves sometimes because of hold on. They didn't want him to talk. So yeah, originally the network passed on the show, and then we pitched another network in Canada. They passed on the show. They thought two brothers. They don't know. They always wanted to have a husband and a wife, or a man and a woman doing it. Drew's pretty effeminate, so maybe. But we decided to give it a shot with a network called the Women's Network, and within 3 months we were the #1 show on the entire network. And the very first time I was at an airport and somebody ran up and said, "You're the Property Brother," that was the first time I was like, "Oh, is this going to be a regular thing?" But actually, people usually run up to him and me, or then they'll be like, "Drew, Scott, I love you guys." Nobody remembers Jonathan. Jonathan. Nobody knows my name.
But that didn't happen here, right?
Everybody knows our names here. Everybody. I think everybody in their back pocket has an "I love Jonathan" sign, because even in the street, people just pull it out. "I love Jonathan." So we actually brought him here as the single brother to find a beautiful Brazilian girlfriend for him. So feel free. This is like a new TV show, The Bachelor, Sao Paulo.
Guys, Steven's here. I'd like you to talk about the first jobs you've done before the shows.
Way back, our very first, we actually started our first business. We didn't even just go get a job. The first thing we did is create our own business. At 7 years old, we started making these decorative hangers, just for clothes or hangers. We would weave nylon around the wire with a little rosette, and we would sell them door to door. And then we found this woman who had a chain of stores in Japan, and she started buying them by the thousands from us. So here we are at 7 years old, going international, selling to Japan. We have had a lot of jobs. We were overachievers when we were little kids. We were little entrepreneurs. Always, we would clean mom and dad's car if they would give us $5. We would shovel horse shit. Well, what are some of the jobs? Let's try and think. So I did carpet cleaning, dishwasher. We were clowns, mall security, like mall cop.
Flight attendants. We were both flight attendants.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of random jobs. We didn't want to be the kids that were just sitting playing video games. We wanted to make money, and we wanted to do something. And
if you name a job, we've probably done it.
Name a job.
Math teacher.
Yes, I was. So with math, in high school, I finished every grade of math in 2 weeks because I was very, very good with math, much better than he was. And then now it's all gone.
But when, for you, it was the right thing to work with the construction and remodeling houses?
So we, being actors, we were actors as well, and I'm a magician. We didn't want to be struggling actors, so we thought, let's invest in real estate. So we bought every book, we read every book we could, and we learned enough. We bought our first house at 18 years old, and we flipped it, we renovated it and sold it a year later for $50,000 profit, and that's when the light bulb went on, and we're like, this could be a business. And that's when we started doing it. I went to college for construction and design. We licensed him as a real estate agent, and then our company took off. Yeah, originally for construction, we learned from our dad. We grew up on a ranch, and so when you work on a ranch, you learn the value of a hard day's work. We had to build fences, build barns. We even finished our basement in our house. So that was the initial start of where we learned to be handy.
And I'd like you to give some tips for people who are going to remodel the house?
Call Jonathan.
I think
Give me your number.
one, be realistic about your budget, about what's important to your family. We believe that your home should make your life easier. So, you know, whether it's the kitchen, whether it's having enough bathrooms, think about what would make your life easier. And then break it down, educate yourself on the cost of these things and when you should bring a professional in.
Yeah, and the one thing we always talk about too, like every country that watches our shows has a slightly different style of living. And here I noticed there are a lot of apartments or condos instead of larger houses. And I think the one thing we try to show in our house is even a small home can feel like home. It can feel spacious. It can be inviting. And so all the little tips about more lighting and lighter colors on the walls, multi-functioning furniture pieces where you can sit in it and you can store stuff in it, those are the kind of things that can help make a house feel more like a home.
Pode fazer em português se eles...
Give this poor girl a chair.
So it's that question.
Bom dia, meu nome é Sharon. Eu sou de Curitiba, no Paraná, estado vizinho aqui de São Paulo. E eu queria perguntar para vocês como é trabalhar com o sonho das pessoas. Porque a casa, por mais que seja uma mudança de alguém que já tem uma casa própria, ela sempre significa um sonho, um próximo passo, enfim, uma evolução de uma família. E quais são os principais desafios, talvez, que vocês encontram no relacionamento com os personagens dos episódios, uma vez que vocês os convidam a colocar a mão na massa, literalmente?
Well, we have 30 houses at a time. Well, actually, right now we have 35 houses we're working on. That's 35 couples that don't agree. So it's very hard sometimes. We try to slow the process down a little and just get people to talk about the must-haves and the things that maybe they're flexible on. So really understanding as well what will help the family dynamic. And then, I mean, for us, the biggest complication is making sure we have enough crews for all of the houses so that we can do everything at the same time.
I think, with that in mind too, when you look at families, we always ask them to give us their wish list of everything they could possibly want in their house. It doesn't matter if it seems too big a dream, but we want to hear it because then from there we can look at what's realistic. So one thing we always talk about too, if a family has 3 children and they want to have a 4-bedroom house, well, that's a must-have to have a bedroom for each of the kids. Whereas something like an Olympic-sized swimming pool, that's a dream, and that might not be a reality for their budget. So, well, we always, I mean, there's a lot you don't see behind the scenes of the show where we're talking to homeowners because we really do try to pinpoint what's most important to them to make sure their dream does become a reality.
I do find one thing that is a little challenging with the show is sometimes people watch Property Brothers and then they think they can complete their renovation in 1 hour. So, or they can renovate a whole house for $50,000. No. So understanding every area, the local market prices are different, crews work at a different speed. So really understanding that it's different depending on where you live.
Hi guys, my name is Tony. I'm from Folha de São Paulo, Brazil's largest newspaper. I talked to you guys over the phone last year. We did an interview for Folha. If it's hard to tell you apart in person, can you imagine over the phone who's saying what?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
My question is, do you have any solo projects? Any projects that do not involve each other?
Yeah, that's a great question. Oh, by the way, if you had a hard time telling our voices apart, just so you know, our parents can't tell us apart on the phone. The only way they say they can tell us apart, my mom says he uses bigger words. So anyway, solo projects, you know, we have different passion projects from time to time, but we really do enjoy working together and we find that we can accomplish a lot more together. Solo projects, magic is his passion. I'm not a nerd like he is. I mean, I'm not a magician like he is. So for him, he'll go off every now and then. He'll do a charity project or something with magic. For me, I love sports. I love every sport. I love working out. So anything on that sort of active lifestyle, that's more my passion. So Not filming a show on that side per se right now, but those are sort of side hobbies. One of the things I've written and directed a documentary, which will come out this coming year, and it's all about energy and solar and renewable versus the traditional energy model. And there's a lot that people don't understand about where technology is and the powerful people who prevent you from getting clean energy. So that'll be a very interesting documentary. We're producing it together, though that is something that I've worked on for 3 years and really pushed. So yeah, every now and then there's something that we'll do on our own. But most of our stuff we enjoy doing together. There are actually 16 of us. We're clones. We're Discovery Home and Health cloning experiment. The one thing he's tired of me joining is he doesn't like when I third wheel on he and Linda's dates. He doesn't want me to do that. That's so please, we need to find him a girlfriend fast.
Hi, my name is Amanda. So I know you're not here in Brazil for a long time.
Where are you?
Here.
Oh, you're in the front row. I'm looking in behind you.
I'm there. I know you're not here in Brazil for a long time, but I would like to know what would you take from here back home? Like a food, something, a person, I don't know, you're single.
Would you like to know? Yeah. Are you invited to come back? Yeah. The food has been amazing. So I can't say I would take it back because I already eat Brazilian food in America. So
is that good?
It's better here.
We have, obviously, I mean, in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, we have some great Brazilian steakhouses. They're really, really good. Nothing compared to here. Yeah, the food's been great.
I would also take the energy of the people. Like that's what I've noticed in this city. You know, that it's more so than anything else. It's the people who have been amazing and opened their arms and welcomed us, and so that kind of energy would be amazing back home.
And I would love to take home some samba experience. If I could just learn to move this body with that energy a little more.
1, 2, 3.
I told you I can
1, 2,
teach her
3.
already.
I like how they were teaching me. It's sort of like the first step. They were telling me yesterday. It's like you step forward like you're gonna walk forward, and then you're like, no, no. Keep going. I can't quite get past this one spot, but I can do this.
They didn't teach you the killing the cockroach steps.
No,
you kill a cockroach and then you push it to the side. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
We just have to come back to learn that.
I volunteer.
I have actually 2 questions. First one is, besides the magic thing and the dancing, which other secret talents
Secret talents? Well, I can individually move my eyes, but I'm not going to do it because it's really creepy. I can move my eyebrows really rapidly like this.
What?
That's creepy.
Can you do it again?
We did. Nope. Nope. So the front cover of the Brazilian News.
Jonathan's crazy.
We say so when we filmed Property Brothers at Home on the Ranch, we were back home where our family ranch was, and we thought it was very nostalgic, so maybe we write some music, put it in the show, and one of the songs that we did, Billboard charted. It went right up the charts, and we're like, whoa. So
we'll give you a taste.
Yeah, not that we're going to quit our jobs and go tour with Justin Bieber, but we thought, that was pretty special. We want to do... Hold on, I'm coming home, it's been too long, way too long, I'm coming home to Brazil. We sang growing up with our parents as kids, so it was always so fun. I'm also an extremely nerdy, ping pong, like table tennis. That's my weird obsession. I'm pretty competitive. He has been taking lessons from a ping pong master for 6 years.
So if anybody plays and there's a table nearby, I challenge you.
You also collect coins.
I collect coins too.
And you call me a nerd because of the magic.
That's true, yeah. Okay, I have my own obsessions, but we collect coins, medieval armor and swords. So I have coins that are 2,000 years old from Roman times. Well, I have an English 10th century. So I need to find an old Brazilian coin. If anybody knows where I can go before I leave here to find old coins. All right, call me.
Give me your number.
And just one more question. Since it's your first time here in Brazil, what are your first impressions